Alright, we're back with more Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, Episode 2, Turnabout Corner. We're still on the first investigation day. We've got a defense request, so let's get back. I guess we're going to the park again, which is, oh, detention center has opened up. Same as always, June 15th, detention center, visitor's room. Polly, you look as happy as a clam in its shell. For a lawyer, this is it. The place where the battle begins. Ahem. You need something? Ah, yes, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Walkie-Kataki. Sorry, he's in questioning right now. Could take a while. Drat. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back later then. So much for that battle. Okay. Kataki Mansion. Hey, there's a motorcycle. June 15th, Kataki Mansion. So this is it, my first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're, investigating, aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of, huh? Hit request? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kataki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin, says the police officer. Who's this guy? I believe he has kind of like a Eastern European accent. I must say I'm used to being inspected by the ladies, but this is the first time I felt this way with a man. What? Mr. Gavin? Ah, Fraulein. What a sweet morsel like you. What is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes? The policeman officer fellow over here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Aha, very well. This way, Fraulein. Oui. Okay. Hey, what about me? Well, I think we've just solved another case. June 15th, People Park. On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind, Fraulein. I'll be writing on it. Who was that? Eek! Apollo, look, a corpse. What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, it sure got me. Might I ask exactly it is you're... what would you say you're doing here? Ah, you again. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glimmerous fop always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me, we have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says that this was written by Alita Tiala. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out? So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So, you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of this crime scene, see? She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. Okay, let's chit-chat. Detective Skye. Quiet, please. It's snacking time. Okay. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I requested. And I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? You don't mean... What's your story? Detective Skye. Quiet, please. It's snack time. Is this going to be her answer to everything? We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. Oh, yeah, she needs something. That's going to be the answer to all 3. So maybe we need to present something. Can we not get to the, it's not going to let me show the people involved in the case, so I can't show her a picture of Phoenix. If you could spare a moment to take a look at this. Can't you see that I'm extremely, extremely busy? Eating snacks, yes. Busy eating snacks, I'd say. This is going nowhere fast. Okay, well, if we can't talk to her... Let's have a look around, at least. Hey there, no messing with the crimes. Jesus! But we need to investigate. Apollo, look. That stand. It says Eldoon. I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand, at least. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. Hey there, no messing with... But we need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by the professionals, scientifically. She's not going to let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. Better check out what we came here to find, at least. Okay. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Oh, everything's checked off. It's not going to let us do anything because she just keeps stopping us. Is there anything I can present to her? No. Well, why don't we go tell Mr. What's-his-futz that his noodle stand has been found. June 15th, Eldoon's house. Oh, Mr. Eldoon, hello. Looks like he left. And we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Oh, what a bummer. Okay, no, I don't want to talk to you. I have to move through my own office so I can get to the clinic for some reason. June 15th, Hickfield Clinic. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know a crazy girl in a lab coat? Ah, you're back. Run into some problems? Yes. Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Who, me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem? No, no problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose, I know it. Murder. So what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway? A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. Sky connection. So you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still in high school. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh wait, maybe you know that other guy too. That other guy. That shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucies. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Clavier Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate. Clavier? What a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? Hope it's not what I think it is. No, this game's rated T for teen. It wouldn't be that. Just take it to her. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Always the busy work with this game. Okay, where is the silk top hat? Where? It's a very good... Oh, right in the middle of the room, duh. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Whoa! You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. Thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. This is getting more and more suspicious. White powder placed gingerly into pocket. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is. Okay. Move to Kitaki Mansion. Move into park. So we brought some white powder for you. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is that... It couldn't. Where did you get that? I brought it from the office. You work at the Wright and Company law offices, yes? Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I went with Mr. Wright. White powder memories. If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. Let's dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Okay, first of all, let's talk, you and I. The report came in last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Pal Maractus. Pal Maractus. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Maractus autopsy. Added to the court record. Yeah, I know. Malpractice. Very funny. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is... this creep. No, it's, Guy Eldoon. Take that! Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work, thanks. Noodle stand added to the court record. Noodle stand discreetly put into pocket. What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. What's your story? Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Oh, were you studying abroad? We're all into studying abroad around here. I mean, something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensic expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really, I had no idea. Well, Mr. Wright's retired and none of those other people are in this game, so you're kind of wasting your time. If she's been out of the country for a while, she probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around violently in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance? Actually, yes I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he was a physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand, and not about the panties. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way out here? That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. You're the detective. Let's see. Oh, now I can examine. Let's look at this. I'm kind of curious about this over here. There's got to be a good clue around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? What? Look. Another pair of underwear. Ew. Oh, Apollo. You're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Bloomer is added to the court record. Oh, I should also... Can I look at the noodle stand in 3D? Yes, I can. All right. Awesome. Is there anything weird about that? The hand turns red, I think, if it... Ah, here we go. Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon spelled his name backwards on the side. I think it says noodle. As in Eldoon's noodles. Huh? Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it forward or backwards. Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S. Then how about a store called Team Meat? Close, but that would be Team Mate backwards. And what kind of store is that? Why, a store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's Team Meat. Let's see, that really... I got this thing all turned around now. Really? I know there's more to this thing than just that one sign. Really? It's not going to let me do anything else. Okay. Well, that was exciting. These bloomers sure have a distinct design. You certainly know who they belong to at a glance. That way, she doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius. I would think writing your name would be easier than drawing a plume blossom. A plum. Okay, let's never look at those again. Time of death, June 14th at after 10 p.m. Cause of death, single bullet to the right temple. Entry, right temple. Damage to brain resulting from bullet wound. Okay, Maractus. Age 46, male. Wow, you get to look at everything in 3D here. Wow, look at that texture. The label reads fingerprint powder in some strange language. How do we know for sure? What if this is really a jar of something else like jam or honey? Why would anyone go through the trouble? Well, so the police don't find out, that's why. I hardly think possessing fingerprint powder is a crime. Oh, huh. I guess that's boring. Okay, Oh, that's right. This wouldn't happen to be yours by any chance, would it? Sorry, I don't think I can help you with that. I think you need more than just scientific help. But ask me anything you like. Just ask scientifically. Sorry, I don't think I can help you with that. Sorry, I don't think... Okay, good. Because I don't want to hear about the panties. Why did Dr. Maractus die like this? Pulling a noodle stand. Very strange. Inconceivable. I just don't get it. Some people just can't die normally. He's dead. Give him a break. Okay, let's examine further. And this is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him, what with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right. Congratulations, Apollo. And leave us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. Okay. Oh, what have we here? It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Oh, lingo. The defendant, Waki Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh, look at this. There's a handprint on this shiv. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Right, first, choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint. Look closely at the handle. Okay. See, there's more than 1 fingerprint there. Those black spots. Those black spots? That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. Let's pick the clearest one. Right, let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With a press of A like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on and blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You have to explain how blowing works. It's like whistling. You know how to whistle. Just use Y and... Wow, amazing. It's like magic. Heh. Isn't it, though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with powder. Okay. On Nintendo DS, this would be done with the stylus on the bottom screen. Okay. And I'm getting, like, really silly here, but, like... Dust for prints. Are we being really picky here? Good. Clear. Quite impressive. Next, to match the print. The police office has samples so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to. That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay. Okay, pick the person whose print you think it is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Okay, well, let's go with the obvious choice. Is that his? Pretty close. Match found. So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp. Spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. Knife added to the court record. Also known as a shiv found at the crime scene bearing Walkie's prints. Great. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. Don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry, it's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Alright, let's examine a little more. Make sure we got everything. This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What, you think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah. Taking care of business, little plum Kentucky style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. Blue tarp. Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stand. Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles that he wanted. Don't touch those. Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess the police put these tarps here after all. Okay, is there anything else? Anything at all? Oh. Benches line the river running through the park. A little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water. That river is a little deep for splashing and a little dirty, too. Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing. Okay, I think that's everything. Alright, let's move to Kentucky Mansion. Can I get back into the... because I know there's another print I want to get. Come on, let me in there. There's a big wastebasket by the park entrance. You aren't going to search through the trash. Don't think that we need... No, we do. There's a print inside the shoes. Come on. I hate knowing that there's something to check out and the game won't let me. If this was like a LucasArts game, they'd let me. Okay, shall we go to Eldune's house? He's not here. Just passing through the office again so we can get to the clinic. Because that's something we have to do. Should we present anything to him? Nope, nope, back. It's actually a relief to be so thoroughly ignored. Let's see. Whose phone is this? Okay, he doesn't want to talk. Fine. Nope. June 15, detention center, visitor's room. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean like the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone... Wait, what did that say? The game advances before I can read stuff. Not someone I'd care to meet. Die, you. You're the one on your way out, old... What kind of voice should this kid have? Ah, they're here, says the guard. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron. You Walkie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family, capice? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capice? Yes, I'm all about capicing. Capiced loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more. Not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Walkie. A G's not a G till he does some hard time. Bizoy, I don't know you. I don't even know how to approach doing this kid's voice. You'll see. When I get out of here, things'll change. Silence. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He is usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You hear me? You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Okay. So much for talking to our client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun, at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight, I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out. Okay. To be continued. And I guess that's where we're going to wrap it. Save your current progress? Yeah. And I'll be back in a bit. So, thank you for watching.